Hello out there. Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How are you?
We're so excited that so many of you have signed up to join us, and we have big news for you. We're excited, aren't we, hon?
We are pretty pumped. We're here to pump you up.
Yes. And we're going to open up the chat because we want to see who is here. So let's see. We're at the control center. Oh, wow. Look, Jody. Hi, Jody. And Mike Forrester, Elizabeth. Hello, everybody. Hello from Michigan. Already over 1,000 of you have joined.
1,200.
Thank you.
Awesome.
1,200.
Nice.
So yes, hello. We have big news. We're so excited. And before we get to the big news, we wanted to just give you a little background. This is Ty and Charlene with the truth
Just in
about
case you didn't know.
cancer. Yes, right. Well, he's not Charlene. I am, and he's Ty. But we have been through so much with since we've been married, honey. Back in 1995, we got married. He's my Braveheart. And we just were the happiest people on planet Earth. And what happened shortly after we were married was 6 months into this beautiful love that God has given us, we experienced cancer for the first time. And like some of you out there, and we were experiencing around the world, you don't really know the truth about cancer until you're stricken by cancer. So for us, 6 months into our marriage, his father, Granddaddy Graham, got these severe stomach pains, and he doubled over with such severe pain. I remember, honey, as we went through that, hitting the floor on my knees, just praying, because I just didn't know what to do. Your dad was on the bed, and he was just, his eyes went rolled up, and he was in some serious pain. I just didn't know what to do. So
this was, just to give you the context, this was July the 1st, 1996. And Charlene and I had picked up a couple of Subway sandwiches to go eat with Mom and Dad. And during the meal, Dad doubled over in pain. We just didn't know what it was. And
he was in the bed. Remember, we took him upstairs because he was sick.
Yeah. We thought, we didn't know what it was. It was like gallstones or something like that. But he was in terrible stomach pain. And so he said, you got to take me to the hospital. And for Dad to say that when it was bad. Yeah. Because Dad was really tough, and he never went to the doctor.
You had to carry him down the stairs.
Yeah, we had to carry him to the car, and Dad was a big man. And I still remember, it was maybe a couple months before this happened. I remember remarking to Charlene, we were newly married, and just how weird it was that we had never had anyone that we'd lost to cancer. We didn't, cancer was really kind of this esoteric disease to us. It had never hit home. And then Dad got sick, right?
Yeah. And so we went into the emergency room, and at the local hospital. It was in San Antonio. And when he went back there, the doctors thought it was gallstones. We thought it was some kind of a virus from strawberries or something.
He'd been having literally just for a couple of weeks stomach aches. That's it.
Yeah, and they said it was probably gallstones, that they would open them up, fix them up, and everything would be okay. 2.5 hours into this experience, the doctors came out, and I remember the doctors having tears. They were really nice men, but they really didn't know what to do. They looked at us after 2 hours of surgery. He was back there still opened up, and they said, he's got cancer, and it's advanced, and he's so young. He was 52 years old at the time. And I remember the word cancer, and all of us thought, oh my goodness. We just said cancer equals death. Yeah. So they finished up the surgery. It was a total 5-hour surgery. And so they sew him up, and we go and see him. And in a few days, the oncologist came, said they could do chemotherapy, but it probably wouldn't. It was a late stage.
Well, they actually said that if we did nothing, that he would have about 2 years. Yeah, was the original prognosis, that Dad would have 2 years. Dad did not want to do chemo. He didn't want to do radiation. He was educated enough at that point that he knew that was not the answer. But he didn't have a choice when they went in to do surgery. He had cancerous tumors, so they removed the majority of his stomach, and it was 25 days till he was gone. And basically they had other surgeries too. And
multiple surgeries, because he kept bleeding,
multiple blood transfusions.
Internally, he was bleeding, and he was spitting out blood and going back there, and they would replicate these surgeries, and he was in so much pain. And what a testimony he was during that time. He was such a good and godly man. But as he was in the hospital at one point, he had all these tubes connected to him, walking around the hospital with him. I remember this great, big, tall, beautiful man looking down at me, and I was telling him, your testimony has changed my life and Ty's life, and here's why, and here's how. And he looked at me with this beautiful smile on his face, and he said, that's all God does with my cancer, is change your life and make you better it's all worth it. And so, he died. We had to say goodbye to him. And then we had to say goodbye to his father's father, then his father's brother, and Ty's cousin, all within that first year, all to cancer. And then a few years later, it was it your mom's mom first or your mom's dad?
Yeah, I believe Papa D died first, and then
Grandma Helen.
Yeah, Mom Helen.
And then finally in 2004, February 15th, my mother-in-law, Ty's mother, gone. And she had various surgeries too.
It's been 15 years now. Wow. So it's 2019 now. So it's been 15 years since Mom was gone, and it doesn't even feel like that.
I know.
Yeah.
We were so close. We've been through a whirlwind, but when Dad got cancer, we were researching already. We were looking at Tijuana and clinics and the Hoxie clinic. We were looking at shark cartilage. We were on it. And Ty's father didn't want to do chemotherapy, but they cut his stomach out, and then they didn't even sew him up properly, and he bled to death. So
we wanted to take him to Mexico.
Yeah.
But he just never recovered from the original surgery enough to go to the biomedical center in Mexico, where they do use the Hoxie treatment.
So they killed him with that surgery. Well, it's not that they meant to.
We look back on it now and we can see that he died from the surgery. Yeah. But at that time we didn't think that. We were like, oh, he died, the cancer got him. Well, it was a surgery because of the cancer, but he, the original prognosis was 2 years, and then he was dead in 25 days. And, the interesting thing is, the first book that we published in 2006, Cancer Step Outside the Box, it was originally going to be a tribute to Dad.
Yeah.
And in the 25 days that he was in the hospital,
25 days of grace.
We were going to call it 25 Days of Grace. And it was just going to be a testimony to his last 25 days and just how he'd inspired us. But it was so difficult those first few years, recalling what happened and I just kind of blocked it out. So by the time that we started writing that, it was just, I'd forgotten a lot of it, and it just didn't work out great. It worked out great, but not the way we planned.
We actually, the way that we did maintain a lot of details, and here's how. When we went through it initially, we knew we were going to write the book, but Ty couldn't handle those details and asked me to write them down, and I did. So because I wrote down the details, and you may not remember this, but I hand wrote those details down so that we would never lose them. And so we had them, and it's in the intro to the Cancer Step Outside the Box book. And a lot of those details we probably would have forgotten, but because we've told the story, we had that written down, we were able to maintain the bulk of that story and what we had gone through. But from that point in 1996 to this point, we had just done so much research. And when we lost Mom, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. We decided, you know what? We have got to get this information out there, because we knew that there was a system set in place that is failing the people, and that the information that we were learning was not mainstream and it was being systematically hidden. We were on a mission to save lives by sharing the truth that sets people free. The Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And that's no joke in our family. And we see it around the world. People are perishing just because they don't have information. Yeah. So it's been our life's mission we started in 2006 when we self-published Cancer Step Outside the Box. And with that book, God used it to save so many countless lives. We reached hundreds of thousands of people through that book. And we knew we were going to reach everybody on planet Earth to save a whole lot of lives. Then we got to start making documentaries in 2014, where we have been able to reach millions. Now, what we're here to talk to you about today is our brand new The Truth About Cancer Insiders exclusive membership site. So this is something we've wanted to do. We've wanted to support you in your journeys. And we know what it's like to have family members and close friends abandon you, persecute you, make fun of you. And when you need the support the most, when you're suffering and you need someone to come alongside of you and give you a hug and say, it's going to be okay. And, I understand it because I've been there too. The last thing you need is the persecution and people making fun of you. So what we've done is we put together a community, and with resources that you'll be able to access us. And we're going to do videos, live videos, where we're going to be talking to you and hanging out with you. We've got our good friends. There's a lot of things that we put together. And behind the scenes, we have a whole team of heroes working with us to put together this subscription. And so we're rolling that out to you today. And if one of our team can pin on the top the landing page, we put together a page that kind of shows you exactly what this is. It's a 3-part, you've got 3 different choices to opt into this membership. And so we're getting a text from my son. Sweet boy, he's out there playing baseball.
Oh, well, that's good news.
What?
Well, we came to you. This shows you how important you are to us. Our son Bryce is a really good baseball player, and this is opening day for their baseball team. And he was going to be opening day pitcher, but the team they're playing tomorrow is actually better. So the coach isn't pitching him tonight; he's pitching him tomorrow. So now we're not going to miss him pitching. So good news.
What time? Because Brianna has an art show too.
That's 2 hours before her art show.
Okay, so we've got the game and an art show today.
So good news.
Great news.
Anyway, back to the membership side. And let me say something real quick before Charlene goes on. This is a result of a lot of work and it's a labor of love, really.
It is
for us. Charlene has ramrodded this and has just worked so hard over these last few months to get this together, because we really depend upon you to support our mission so that we can continue to do what we do. And we really do appreciate all of y'all out there. Those of you that have supported us in the past, those of you that have bought the DVD sets, the Global Quest, the Quest for the Cures, the Quest Continues, the Truth About Vaccines, Truth About Pet Cancer, Truth About Detox. And we've done a lot of documentaries, and y'all have supported us, and we really appreciate it. And so the reason that we put this together is because we really want you to continue to support us so we can continue on our life's mission. I remember growing up, one of the things, and the funny thing is, interesting, not funny, it's bizarre. Dad died when he was 52. I'm 51. I just turned 51. I'm a year younger than Dad was when he left.
It's hard to
believe.
So
it's really hard to believe. But I remember growing up, we watched public TV a lot, right? Because we didn't have cable TV. We had 3 stations and a UHF, and you also had like a public television station. It was like charity based. It was funded by
PBS.
PBS, yeah, PBS. And that's where they played Sesame Street and a lot of the educational shows on PBS too. But I remember they would come on and they'd have their telethons and they would ask for people to donate. And I always remember watching it going, I wonder why they're the only one that does that and the other stations don't. Well, it's because the other stations had commercial advertisers that they basically controlled their content.
Yeah.
And so the major TV shows, the TV stations, can only show you basically what their advertisers will agree to allow them to show, because they've been purchased. They've been bought by the advertisers.
Right. So the publicly funded stations are funded by the people. And that's what we're doing here. Everything we've ever done from the very beginning, from self-publishing our book, we funded all of that, to our documentaries, we funded all of that. And right now, to continue our work, our funding comes from you. The back end, the backbone, the core and the spine of everything that we do has been the people that stand with us. It's been you. And so I remember, with the 700 Club, for example, I would watch that when I was little, and they would say, for a price of a cup of coffee, you could support us. And that's basically what this is. I mean, if you look at the Legacy membership, for example, we had a newsletter membership, and it was amazing because a lot of you jumped on board when we rolled that out, and we didn't even promote it because we were doing so many other things. And then we got into a business selling supplements, and we're out of that just to continue this mission. That went in a different direction. Our heart is this mission. It's you. So that newsletter, it's a $5 a month subscription, and it's just a newsletter, but that newsletter is world class, and we have a lot of memberships, just people on that membership. But we've revolutionized the way that newsletter looks. I'm so excited for you to see it. I hope to do a little screen sharing in a second. But the middle membership is the premium membership, where you're going to get really great video content. There's a Facebook page that's private. We were talking about being persecuted. Maybe on Facebook, you post something that you love, and then you have a bunch of people. Sometimes you say, where did that troll come from? Because they're making fun of you, and they make you feel bad.
A lot of trolls now.
Yeah, it's like crazy. So this group is private. So you have to be a member of the Truth About Cancer Insiders to even access this group. So we talked about having a chat board, but we thought you're going to want to share pictures and videos, and you want to be able to search through the book group to find that great information that you're looking for, maybe it's a recipe, maybe it's a protocol somebody used to heal their body, or whatever it is. It's going to be, you can share and talk to other people that get it. They're like-minded. And Ty and I are going to be in there. In fact, I commented earlier from our personal Facebook page, so you'll see that. And I asked the team behind the scenes, I think there was only like 1 like there. I can't believe it. So I was like, why is no one liking my comment? So I hope you guys opt in, get one of the packages, and get into that Facebook group. That's for the premium and platinum members. That Facebook group is going to be there for you. We're going to be in there a lot. We're going to be doing one Facebook Live at least a month. You're going to have access inside this that you won't find on our documentaries. You're not going to find on our public Facebook pages. You're not going to find anywhere. We're going to do a topical Q&A once a month for the premium and platinum members, where this month we're asking about for detox questions. So anything detoxification you want to know about, put your name, where you're from, and your question. And next month we're going to come to you, and every month, and talk about that. So within a year we'll have 12 new topics, and you can look at things by topic.
You can always reference back to the things that
so it's going to be nice.
In the past.
It's going to be
and
really
one of the
nice.
cool things about I think it's with the premium membership or the platinum membership. I'm not sure. Charlene has done a lot of the details on this, but I think it's the highest membership that you get the expert.
Yeah, that's
the interviews with the experts. I'm really excited about that one, because the interviews with the experts you're gonna get to know the experts, right, and know who they are, and not just what they teach, but you'll get to know them better. And you want to tell them about the first one that we did?
Yeah, totally. So yeah, the premium package is the excuse me, the group and the Q&A.
No coughing allowed.
I know, I'm just getting over this thing. So anyways,
so she's doing good.
A lot of sovereign silver, a lot of turmeric and that kind of stuff to take down inflammation, and
bring some water.
And water. So yeah, water. Mm-hmm.
All right, agua.
But the premium package has additional content, and what Ty is saying is Ty and Charlene with the experts is going to be one of the premium pieces of content, where we were actually in Ancient Nutrition's office with Jordan Rubin and Josh Axe, and we did an interview with them, and it was a lot of fun. It was unlike anything we've done with them, at least on camera. We talk like that off camera.
Never done an interview like that before, though.
So yeah, and you'll never see this on our films. You're not going to see it anywhere. In fact, their interviews don't ever go like this either. We talked to them, and we just really dug. I wanted to get out of them. What is your heart? Like, share your heart with us. Why do you do what you do? Who are you? What was it like to be a kid and be you? And what makes you tick? And why are you doing what you're doing now? Yeah. Jordan Rubin shared some inside information in his heart, his family, his desire to minister to certain people. Josh did the same thing, talked about his mother, his wife. I mean, it got so real that it was funny, because Jordan, it was pressed for time. And so when we interviewed him first, and then Ty said, okay, Jordan, if you want to go, we're going to talk to Josh. And Jordan was like, I was thinking, no, don't let him go. And Jordan was like, no, I don't want to go. I want to hear what Josh has to say now, because this is really cool. And at the end of that interview, when the cameras turned off, we were all just so happy, hugging each other and saying, wow, that was one of the best experiences we've ever had. And that was by far the best interview, because we got real and shared things that we don't share typically. So that's the kind of stuff you're going to get. You're going to feel like you're really friends with these experts. You're going to know who they are, and you're just going to fall even more in love with them. I did, as we interviewed them. It was a great thing. And we're also in the premium. Can you tell I'm excited?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they're premium. They're the platinum.
She's a little bit excited.
I'm super excited.
I'm just I have a comment that I'm trying to remember. I don't want to forget it. I don't know how long it's going to take.
Okay, one more thing. The fireside chat. We're going to do one fireside chat for the platinum members too, where once a month we're going to do something with you. So no one will have access to us like you. And it's just really for pennies on the dollar. We try to keep it in a price range where anybody can opt into this. And if a whole lot of you opt in, we're going to be able to continue to on this mission to save lives and travel the world and bring you the world-class content, because ultimately it's not just Ty and Charlene, not just Ty and Charlene and the team, but it's you with us. The core and the spine of the mission really is you with us. And we want to help you to be the hero that we know you were born to be, that God created you to be. And so with this content, it'll just arm you with more of what you need to reach your family and your friends and so forth. Did you remember what you wanted to say?
No, I've totally forgot.
He forgot.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I do remember. And one of the important things that we believe about the Insiders is that we wanted to provide you with just a kind of a platform to be part of a community.
Yes.
It's just really important that you have that, because as Charlene mentioned, we've faced it before, where you kind of feel like you're alone sometimes. And we've even heard that from these experts and medical doctors that we've had to speak at our live events, and that we've had to our house, and that we've done awards. We've given awards to for lifetime achievement over the last few years. We've been blessed to be able to do that. And we've heard that from the experts, that the one thing they felt like was missing before the truth about cancer came along was that they didn't have this connection to like-minded experts, like-minded people, the community. And so we really think this is important for us to continue to stay strong and get stronger and to continue to make our voices be heard, is this community. So that's why this is so important. And that's why we want you to support us and to pick one of the 3 packages, because it will allow us to continue, and it will allow this community to continue to grow stronger. And then as we grow stronger in the future, we're going to be attacked more in the future, just like we got attacked last week on the Today Show. Yeah,
who saw that? If you did, in the comments, tell us if you saw the Today Show attack hit piece on us. And by the way, we're coming out with an article we're going to be publishing tonight or tomorrow. The Today Show featured us as one of the examples of
the dangers of anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, the anti-vaxxers.
And it was just a brief comment that we made in one of our global health news, but and they didn't ask us for permission to use or anything. They just ran it. But we're going to continue to be attacked and even more in the future. So we really do we need your support.
We do need your support. We need the truth to be known. We do this for our children, for future generations. We want you to have medical freedom. We want you to understand that you have choices beyond the big 3. We want to help to continue to support your life. And Ty's right. This is a community. We're building a robust community. When we started making our films and giving awards and getting the experts together and then getting you together at our live event, we're really creating such a strong bond of unity. And that brings power and infusing the world with life in a way that just hasn't happened, because the people on the other side of the coin have been very organized. But we have our own little area here and there. But right now we're networking, and where many are together, there's such a strength. You know, if we're divided, we can fall, but united we stand. And that's what we're doing. We're providing you with a community to come together, to be stronger, to know more, and to get together with like-minded individuals to be able to continue. What did that question say?
It said, can this service be useful if I don't do social media like Facebook? Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
That's just one of many, many pieces.
Yeah. There's so much to this. In fact, let me try to do a screen share here. I don't know how successful I'm going to be. Okay, so here's what we've got. This is the page where you'll see exactly what we have to offer to you today. As you can see, I love this mission statement. It's motivate, impact, support, spirituality, immunity, overcome, and nutrition. So the heartbeat of all that we do is through those letters and those words. We just encourage you to join the movement, support the mission,
and I want to say
save lives.
About the mission too.
Select I'm just reading here, select the TTAC membership today. Let me get into this. So if you look up here, these are the different packages: Legacy, and then the Premium and Platinum. And those are the different plans. So here it's laid out. It's just, here's your options. Right now, this free access is our email newsletter. You can go to our website, sign up for a free email newsletter, and every day we send you some content. New articles we're writing, breaking news articles, recipes, and what we're up to. And right now we're getting into Eastern medicine, which is so exciting. Our next documentary that we're going to release free. We went to Asia and that, so forth. So he's behind the scenes, like this right here, the Ty and Charlene with the experts. You're going to see that tomorrow. When you opt in, it's going to open up to you that first expert interviews. This Q&A with Ty and Charlene, we've got some that we've done that's going to open up to you, and also the option to put your question there for next month. That Q&A here, fireside chat with Ty and Charlene. This month, it's one that I shared, and you all are going to love that interview. I just get real with why we're doing what we're doing. We talk about dad and mom, and so I think you're really going to be blessed when you watch that. And then we've got the newsletters. Oh my goodness, those used to look so different. We made this such an experience that you're really going to enjoy it. I'm so excited over that. Then here again, you can access your ebooks, your uncut interviews, here the expert full-length interviews never before released, but for our premium and platinums, there they are. And then you've got your Facebook community. Now I want to show you the newsletters. We've got a personal message, and in order to see the whole thing, click that cool little button, and then you could put it back down. You see the functionality of this. Welcome to the 21st century. I love it. Okay, an article that I wrote, ovarian cancer, really great content. Open it up, and it just slides right in. So there it is. Beautiful. Okay, we're back. We encourage everyone to opt in now. Just jump on board, check out the packages. I think we did a good job of walking you through. Don't you think, honey?
Yeah. Good job, hon.
Mm-hmm. So those are if you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. I think that we covered pretty much what the package is, Ty. What do you think?
Yeah, a really good job of covering it thoroughly. So we got a little time to answer some questions.
Yeah, let's do a Q&A. So guys, shoot your questions and we'll give you the answers. Remember, before this membership at $10 was a newsletter. Now you have a newsletter, plus you have a fireside chat with Ty and Charlene, plus you have interviews with the experts with Ty and Charlene that you'll never find anywhere else. Plus you have the Q&A topically with Ty and Charlene. Plus you have an upgrade on the newsletter being a virtual experience. Plus with the newsletter, we add video content that really ties in the information in a bigger way. So there's so many more. Plus you've got lots of free ebooks that you're going to get, and then Platinum will get more and more ebooks. So the list is just endless. It's on and on and on. So we encourage you to go ahead and opt in and just become a member and help support this mission.
Become an insider.
And become an insider, yeah. Become an insider with us. It's a VIP access to our world, to us and to our friends. We'd love to get some more variety on the questions.
Do you tell where to go for alternative treatments? I guess that's referring to the membership, the insiders. We do give recommendations on clinics throughout our work, throughout our articles, throughout our documentaries. So that will certainly continue. But we've been doing that for 5 years now, is giving you recommendations on clinics. So that'll continue, of course. Yes.
Dave Andrews again. Is your second documentary series on the truth about cancer complete and available for purchase? Yes, Dave. Everything that we've ever produced is on there, ready for purchase. So you immediately can buy whatever you want for 10% off. We've got the quest for the cures. Then we've got the quest for the cures continues. Then the truth about cancer, a global quest, and the truth about vaccines, and the truth about detox, and the truth about pet cancer. And soon, Dave, and everybody out there, we're going to have Eastern Medicine, a journey through Asia, 7 countries in 7 days. We're going to launch that in April. Be watching. And when we do, all of our insiders on top of the discount are going to get the 10% off. And so we're just encourage you to do that.
But Belinda says, I've been following you since your very first Truth About Cancer series. Absolutely love what you're doing. And working in a natural food store, I'm always sharing your website with anyone I can. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Belinda. And we appreciate your support. We need encouragement too. And it's good to hear from people that let us know that we've positively impacted their lives. And that's what we need. That's kind of the gas that we need in our tank sometime to keep doing what we're doing, because it's not always easy sometimes.
Yeah, I can tell you, for me personally, I've been working 18-hour days and I don't take any breaks. That's including Saturday and Sunday. And why do I do it? Because I love you. I know that if we don't do what we're doing, the road would be a different place. And by your opting in to this membership, being an insider, having VIP access to us helps us. It helps us to continue to do this, to reach the world, so that other people out there in the world don't have to lose their family members just because they don't have the information. You know, as long as God gives us breath, we're going to continue this. And we want to do it with you on our side and on our team as our insiders, right, Ty?
That's right. So we do appreciate the support, and our goal has always been just to get the information out to the masses. And we're not doing this. We've never had the intention to do this to make a lot of money,
or any money. In fact,
we're doing this so that we can continue to pay for our team to get the information out there. And it's never been about that for us. So we're just trying to, you gotta bring in as much as you pay out each month to keep the business going, to keep sharing the truth with the world. And that's honestly all we're trying to do right now. And so we really appreciate the support.
We do. We sure do. When we first started doing this, when we knew we had to write the book, that was the only thing we knew how to do in the beginning. We just had to save lives. So we wrote the book. I just have to tell you a quick story. We were at church in Dallas, Believers Chapel. If you live in Dallas, oh my goodness, go to that church. One of my best friends, she's like a mother to me, Jeanette Duncan, the pastor's wife. Love her. Love Pastor Duncan. But going to that church, we had someone that worked in marketing at Hewlett Packard.
TI, Texas Instruments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I always get this mixed up.
Texas Instruments is based in Dallas.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So anyways, we were talking to him about this book, and he understood the alternative world of health, and he knew how important it was. And so we were telling him we were writing the book, Cancer Step Outside the Box. We just wanted to charge the cost of the book. And I remember him laughing at us and saying, you can't do that because nobody would take you seriously. If you don't put a real price on that book, no one's going to buy it because they won't think it's real information. So we were like, oh, yeah, okay, so we'll do that. So on our website, we said, hey, if you don't have enough money, don't go away. Let us give you this free. That's why our documentaries we release free. There's a lot of people, millions and millions and millions, 20 million views on our documentary. Most of them have not purchased, and that's okay. We saved their lives, a lot of them. But a lot of you chose to purchase because you wanted to either you wanted to support our mission, which you have. Thank you for that. And you also wanted to have it at your house so you can show your friends and your family. And you saw the value in that and you shared. And some of you have bought additional copies, and we just thank you for that. But in the beginning, we just wanted to get the information in the world. So when we put that on our website, hey, don't go away. If you can't afford it, let us know. And we would get letters from people. I remember, Ty, early on living in McKinney, we got a letter from a guy. He said, you know what? I read from your website that you would actually give the book to us if we didn't have money, and I don't have money, and here's why. I've done chemotherapy. I went through all the conventional treatments. They told me to go home and die. And as crazy as this is, they've taken all my money. They've almost taken my life, and I don't even have $30 to buy the book. And he said, I've got a 9-year-old son. Sorry. I've got a 9-year-old son. I'm sorry, guys. This hits me every time I tell it. I've got a 9-year-old son that I want to see grow up. And of course, I remember in the kitchen, Ty and I crying. Yeah. Because we wanted that man to live too for his children. We know what it's like to lose family members. So what we do is really to save lives. So we gave him the book, of course, and we've given thousands and thousands of free copies of that book. We've given all of our documentaries out to the world for free. And so with that said, Ty's right. We never got into this to make money. We got into this to save lives. And as long as God gives us breath, we're going to continue to do this to save lives. And what we do now, we have a massive team of amazing heroes behind the scenes. We've got people working to make sure this webinar is happening. Our tech team, our designers have put beautiful things together. Carl working on the membership site. I mean, it's like so many people doing things. And then to travel to Asia to get these interviews and the time it takes, the production and the software we use, those things all cost money. I wish I could whip up money on my own. I wish I had a money tree in the backyard, but I don't. But you know what?
They don't grow in Tennessee.
They don't, unfortunately. But this membership site is worth far more. And we had people saying, you know what? You could charge triple or quadruple for the content you're pressing out there. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Are you really going to do this? And Ty and I looked at each other and said, yes, because we've always done everything at the lowest, giving it to the world at the lowest possible price point as we can to help support you.
And so
that's what we're doing.
We're not big pharma.
No,
we don't have deep pockets, and we're just trying to keep the business going to help spread the truth to the world. So we really appreciate your help, and we just encourage you to jump on board with one of the Insiders memberships.
Yeah, we do.
And help us out.
We hope that you do, and as you do, you supporting us, we definitely are going to continue to support you with world-class content, access to the experts, and access to us like you'll get nowhere else. You won't get those things in our films. Though our films are lifesavers and game changers and everybody in the world needs to watch them. You won't get that on our public Facebook page, but you will get it here on our fireside chats. We're going to have time like this with you on our fireside chats. That won't be on the Facebook group, but it will be, you'll have access to it. Just, you'll be given the links, you can join, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I think we're getting close, honey, to our time. Sarah says, if I'm an HAC member, will my HAC newsletter continue? Absolutely. And Sarah, your HAC, that's He Was Against Cancer newsletter, just got a major facelift and upper end look at. We've brought that thing into the 21st century. Just get onto your membership site. You still have it, and it looks a whole lot better, Sarah. So yes, that will continue. Absolutely. So Ty, I think we're going to wrap it up.
That's it for the day. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah. One more encouragement to click the link here, choose to be a member, an insider in one of those packages. And if you do, I think you're going to enjoy the community and the content and the world-class interviews and access that you're now going to have. And we thank you, each one of you, for supporting us and for joining us today on this webinar. Yep. And you know what? We'll see you real soon, right, Ty?
Yeah, we will. Thank you so much. God bless all of you.
Bye.